How's it going, guys? Gabe here from RC Cincy, and I just wanted to talk about some stuff I want to get done with the WLTOYS K989. There are so many mods and upgrades and just tweaks you can do to these, which is absolutely mind-boggling. I've been doing some research and kind of figuring things out, what's going on with this. I did figure out that that is not a drag brake. That is simply everything being so tight in the drivetrain, specifically in these front and rear housings right here, differential housings. There's a differential in there. It's two pieces that open up, has a little plate, and these small little tiny gears that roll, and that's how the differential works. Well, what it is either that shaft is a little too big, it's rubbing and it's real stiff. You can feel it when you turn it. You should be able to turn these really smooth, and they're just really like kind of stiff almost, like really slow moving, almost acts like a drag brake would. And that, you know, on a RC crawlers is great, but actually I thought it'd be good for this. I thought it was just a really, you know, tight, nicest gearing, but like looking at it and like examining it and checking everything and doing some research, I realized that's not a good thing, specifically for this car. What it'll do is it'll wear the drivetrain much faster, especially that these are plastic gears. Now, you know, older minis like this didn't have such nice things. So this one actually, the 17 or 18 models are actually much better in a sense that they have, see how the shocks are attached? They have that little ball, so they sway. So this makes the suspension much smoother, keeps it from getting in a bind. See how that can move? It also has metal connecting rods to the coupler right there for the drivetrain. See those little metal rods? Has this, that's always nice. What else? There's a couple little things like that. These are non-adjustable links, but there are mods out there to where you can actually cut these. I'm going to kind of go over the mods you can do, and then I'm going to start doing mods myself. So there are actually folks that can cut these, cut them right down the middle, and then find a really small, short screw, like with threads, drill it, make, you know, get the right tip that can drill threads, and then thread it to where you can actually adjust these, you know, to have camber and toe and everything, right? You could do that. What else? I've seen folks put grease in the shock, so it makes it smoother, a little bit more responsive, kind of. You know, I've seen folks do that. This does have the little clips. See those little clips right here? Right there, where I just touched my finger at. Those can be pulled out. That's what adjusts the stiffness of the front and back. The ride height's pretty good. You can actually adjust that with a screw you put in here that adjusts the ride height of it. I'll show you later with something closer where you put the screw at and actually adjust the ride height of the vehicle. I'm just kind of going over things. And then one of the first mod that I did was I removed this little plastic top. Now you're asking why I did that. Well, number one, this is tight, so it's almost creating a drag on the motor and the ESC. It's having to work harder. It's going to heat it up, and having that cover on top of here is preventing any air from cooling it from overheating, and it gives it a better chance of burning out when you have that top on. This isn't waterproof or water resistant anyways, so yeah, if you had that on there, if you happen to splash to a puddle, a little, you know, drops or whatever, but I wouldn't run this outside in a rain or a puddle. This is I mean, it can be an outdoor track if it's dry out, but this is a really nice, like, racing car I'm gonna try to make out of it. So to me, this would be the biggest advantage, having this cover off, letting the airflow. Another thing is this wire right here was wadded over here up against this motor, like twisted up and then stuck in between there up against that motor. It's touching that motor. This motor gets so hot, I'm almost willing to bet it'll almost melt that wire or weaken the properties of the plastic, make the wire real brittle. So, I don't know if you can see that on there yet, if it's been any damage yet. So what I did is I ran it long ways across here, boom, right to there. So it's fine where it's at. Everything is covered. So there's no part of the bare wire touching. So it's not like covering it in a sense like it's covering it, you know, preventing air or anything to it. It's perfectly fine where it's at. What else? And then there are other mods to the front end. Now, once you start, let's start with the turning radius. Now, you can actually, where do we adjust that at? I can't remember. You can do quite a few things. There's a screw. See this little hole right here on the servo? See that hole above where it's connected at? If you go to this one on the servo, it actually give it better adjustment angle on it. You want to go to the top hole. Move the ball to the top hole. It'll give you better steering. What else? You can do an adjustment to where you change where this is connected at. So it'll actually shorten a little bit to where actually this will be a sharper angle. You can adjust, you can do a mod to that. I'll be more specific about it once, you know, I look into it and do it myself. You can also put weights anywhere from 3 to 5 grams on the front of this for stability, especially more so for the rear-wheel drive vehicles to add better grip and weight to the front. These tires are great for asphalt, but in indoors, I don't think they'll perform that well. What I also love about these tires is, see that? Yeah, that's giving a little bit. It gives it a little bit, like, kind of, to me, that's like kind of almost helping with the ride quality, like how smooth it is. See how that kind of squishes a little bit? These aren't bad tires. They wear really quickly on asphalt, just to give you a heads up. These will wear really quickly on asphalt. The battery is crazy runtime. I still haven't found out how long this battery still feels like it's fully charged, and I've already ran it close to, I think I recorded like 3 9-minute video sessions with my last device on my camera, because I can only go 10 minutes at a time, and it still had plenty of juice. It still felt like it was fully charged. So I'm not sure. I'd say the runtime's over 30 minutes for sure, easily. I know some folks run this battery with a brushless setup and can get like an hour and 20 or 30 minutes or something crazy like that, they were saying. I'm not sure. I was watching a video a while back. There's just so much to this. I love the reinforcement. I love the fact that the gears that I showed you guys in the unboxing actually can change the pinion and the spur gear. Like it actually gives you different gearing sizes, so it'll make it, you know, quicker in top speed or quicker in low, like acceleration or top speed. It's all mainly really acceleration. You can change that. So that's crazy they give you that. A lot of folks take this housing apart, clean, feel how everything is, put grease in there, and it lubes this entire system. I don't know if there's grease in there originally. You can do that as well. But right now, I just took this off for airflow to cool the ESC. And then I also want to work on getting this, basically getting this car to be smooth. How you test if your drivetrain is smooth is you should be able to turn it on, and just by bumping your throttle trim forward, it should be able to, by one bump, should be able to start spinning smoothly. So I'll show you, hold on real quick. I wasn't planning on showing you that, but mine isn't right. So mine's like a really stiff. It almost looks like it has a drag brake. Whenever you let it go, it like almost stops immediately, just because it's so tight. Now this tightness, the worst part about it is it can wear your drivetrain out faster, much faster than a smooth drivetrain. So that's the negatives. Plus, it won't perform and handle as well either. It makes it a little less unpredictable. Like, it just kind of stops. It's not smooth around things. It just kind of like stops without you hitting the brake. So that's unfortunate. So there's a ton of things that we're gonna go over and kind of do together. I don't consider them stages or levels. It's just mods. These are just gonna be mods that you can do for your vehicle. Now, a couple of things is they didn't give you a wrench to open this or do anything with this. I have one from Nitro. I think it's for the wheels, for one of my wheels, for Nitro. I forget what it is. It's a hex nut, or I don't know. But I have that tool. I should have brought it here to show you guys. It doesn't give you anything to take these off, but you do need a tool to take these off. And the good part about it is it's the same rims as the Mini Z, so you can get any design you want. They got aluminum, they got metal, they just got pretty much anything, any design, any shape, any look that you want. Also treads, they have tons and tons of treads. What else? You can mod the Mini Z bodies with the clips on the sides and clip that. You can mod it to fit it on this, as long as the clearance is there that way. And obviously you have to remove these mounts. I've seen folks do that. So there's lots of mods that I'm gonna be kind of going over with. The main thing I want is performance bracing mods that you would, better cooling, better handling, grip. Nothing that's gonna disqualify you from stock technically, because these gears are factory gears. Even if you go to metal, there'll still be same amount of teeth or whatever, pinions or spur gears. You just have a lube differential. You have better shock suspension. It's not like you upgraded the motor or the ESC or a battery or something that gives you an advantage over everybody. You just have a nicer setup. So these are popular. There's like Atomic RC makes a really nice carbon fiber, like professional drift car racing classes. I think it's like 128 scale and 127 scale. They're typically real world drive, very expensive. I think just the frame, like a roller frame, is like $100 and something. So they're very expensive to get into these classes, and they just get crazy adjustments, crazy everything. There is a brushless motor you can get for this. And you can get an ESC and a receiver and change the battery. Oh, you can run a 7.4 volt battery on it. And they just get crazy fast in performance. I don't know the classes. I'm sure there's a brushless class and there's a brushed class. I'm sure there's both of them. So I don't know what size it's supposed to be for those classes. I don't know the specs of the classes yet. I'm gonna do more and more research about this, but I'm gonna start modding mine to be better. And then I'm gonna kind of do it with you guys and tell you the cost of it, how much money I got in it, and then starting from the original price. So I'll kind of figure it out with you guys, and I'll just keep that kind of information updated in the description. It'll show the original price of this, and then, whatever I upgrade, the price of that and where I got it from. So I'm terrible with links and doing all kinds of editing where it shows everything on the screen. I know I'm terrible with editing, and I apologize about that. That's my weak suit, but I'm gonna try to give you guys an informational video, hopefully, for you guys. But there's just lots of mods and lots of stuff for these cars. I'm gonna slowly start doing small ones. This was fairly easy. There's these little clips you gotta push in with a flathead, and it kind of pops up. So that's not a big issue, but that should help out with airflow. I mean, night and day. I mean, it was sealed, completely covered. Now when you're driving it, air gets underneath here. It's gonna hit all these components and basically cool them, help keep them from overheating, can cut out or burn out. So that'll help out with that. And then the other mods I'm gonna start slowly doing to it. Just little things like that. So I'll kind of go over them with you as I do them, and if they happen to cost the parts or wherever, I'll list those as well. So I'm really excited for this. I am gonna buy another stock one as well, probably, and make sure it's the same like tightness and everything, and basically keep it stock, and then compare the end results. I wish I had a track where I could test laps, do it as stock, and then after all my mods, and see what gains give you what and how it handles and the characteristics of it. So I would love to do something like that. I'm gonna try to figure it out. I am new to this aspect of the hobby. I was around racing when I was younger, so I used to know some of this stuff, and I've been around it, and I had a little electric race car back in the day, but and nitro, but it's been so long, I don't remember half the things or how to set up or anything. So But yeah, so I'm really excited. They have tons of aftermarket support for this, tons of parts, tons of mods, tons of stuff. So stay tuned for that. I'll get it all sorted and figure out how to do this in videos, and you know, this will just be like the initial, you know, announcing it and just showing you the very first, very simple mod. So, and then we'll go from there. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. I already recorded some new flight fix videos for you guys where I go out and fly and have a great time. They're each interesting in their own way. Just plenty of stuff to come, so please stick around. Thank you to all my faithful subscribers. Thank you for everyone watching, commenting, likes. I greatly appreciate that. And that's pretty much it. That's going to do for this video. So thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye-bye.